maybe, with a hook. Post-chorus bit, versey bit, synth solo.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
I listened to it all the way through and I was like,
I had a lot to learn, I was young.
No, I mean, I don't think anyone has done more with less in the history of rock and roll. God bless. All right, so let's get to Cedric's playing, which is just. Out of a deep sleep. And went, Mummy, my future calls. So what I'll do is I'll take it, this is what Trent would do. Trent would go like that and he'd go, yeah, well, that's well and good, but I think what we're going to have to do if we do it with that is we're going to have to maybe, we're going to just fucking smash some fucking Sans app on it and we're just going to make it go like three of the new 9 Inch Nails soundtracks. Right in front of everybody. We saw it happen in real time, ladies and gentlemen. So whose idea was it to double the bass with the synth?
Me.
You?
Yeah.
Is that the old Poly, the mini Moog? Do you remember?
The droney one.
Yeah, and then the bass one.
The bass is mini Moog.
Right, and then the droney
one is more Poly Moog.
Right. Was that your? Because that's the big one for you, isn't it? The Poly Moog. Was that the one that?
That's where the high stringy sound
came
from. That was sort of the key part of this song, I think. Really, the thing that really stood out for it.
I mean, if you hadn't chosen that patch, 930,000 YouTube videos would never have been able to have been made. Because there's so many of the Gary Numan used this keyboard sound videos of that particular sound on the Poly Moog or the Poly Moog. By the way, Bob says he doesn't care which one as long as you say his name, which I thought was lovely.
I always said Moog because it looks like.
It looks like a Moog. I know.
I met his daughter, actually, Robert Moog's daughter, and it's Moog.
Right.
I still say Moog.
I read in an interview, do you remember saying that the DX7 was the most significant, the D50 was the most significant invention in the history of music next to fire?
I said that. Well, at the time, it really,
you know what?
I loved it. It was such a huge leap forward in what you could do with synthesizers. The multi-layering effect.
Sure.
You know, it was an amazing bit of kit. As was the M1 actually, which is similar era. I never liked the DX7. I thought that was shit, but everybody used it.
Everybody used it.
I never liked it. I thought it sounded tinny and horrible.
Right.
Didn't go. I was living at my mum and dad's. Opened the case, picked up this guitar. It's called a Shergold modulator. I've still got it. Put it on the lap. The very, very, very first 4 notes. Do 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 do. I thought, oh, that sounds good. I'll keep that. What could go with that? Do 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 do. Honest to God, the very next thing. So the first 8 notes I played were the first 8 notes of that song. And then they say, oh, you're a genius. No, I'm fucking not. It just happened. It just happened. It just lucky. It took the 20 minutes was out a bit. That took a bit longer. Because I couldn't play bass, so I had to figure that out. But it's not. Sometimes it just falls at your feet, and sometimes it takes longer. There's no great skill. I honestly don't think it. It might be that I take it for granted because I'm able to do it. I don't know, but I don't think so. I honestly believe that more people are able to do this, and they just don't know because they never tried. I don't think it's a particularly special skill. I really don't, and I'm not trying to be humble. I really don't. I have always felt lucky. Lucky that was the first 4 notes I picked up when I played that, and lucky with other things as well. Abridged Electric was 2 songs stuck together. I had 2 songs that I couldn't finish. I had a verse part that I liked, and another bit that I liked, and I couldn't finish either of those songs. And one day I'm playing one bit, and I couldn't finish it, and I just started playing the other song, and I thought, oh, they work together. So I just added them together. That became Abridged Electric, they became number 1. Do you know, so much for songwriting skill. And then the next thing I write is that. You know, and then now you've got a career, you've got a whole life doing this for a living, and you know that that's where it come from. So you don't feel special, you feel lucky. You feel lucky that you're able to do it in the first place. You feel lucky that those accidents happened and gave you the opportunity to do more of it. So maybe there's a bit of talent comes out at some point down the line, but there is so much luck involved in this.
Sure.
Not just writing the songs in the first place, but the opportunity you get to play them to people. You know, to get, we got, I don't know, sound very similar. We got to do Top of the Pops the very first time, which is a really big show in Britain.
Oh, we're going to watch it, darling. We're going to watch the Cars Top of the Pops performance. Yeah. 'Cause they've never seen it, and I want to know the story before that, because it looks...
You know what? I got my first Top of the Pops because Abridged Electric had got to like number 180 in the chart. It honestly nowhere. But at that time, Top of the Pops were doing a thing called Bubbling Under.
Oh, right.
They would take a song that was outside of the chart, because normally it was a chart-orientated program.
Yeah, I think they had to break into the top 30 to make it onto the
Yeah,
top
you
of
had
the
to be
Pops.
well up.
Yeah,
to get on it at all.
Yeah, it wasn't just the top 10, but it had to be like in the top 30.
Yeah, and so they were doing this Bubbling Under thing, taking something, one song a week that wasn't in a chart, but they're showing some kind of movement in the lower reaches. And that week it was either me or Simple Minds, who were not successful then. And somebody at Top of the Pops thought Tubeway Army was a more interesting name than Simple Minds, and that's how I got it.
Wow.
That's luck. You know, if that bloke hadn't have been at work, I'd have row with his wife and was in a bad mood. Do you know what I mean? There is, and that changed my life. That program made everything happen. And so you can't sit back and think you're anything special, because there are so many things that come into play. The writing of the song is kind of the easy bit. It all starts with that.
Right.
And that was lucky. Do you know what I mean? I have never felt special because of this. Never. I've always felt lucky, and I've always been slightly embarrassed that there are so many people that are genuinely talented doing this. You know, and I'm sort of, I feel embarrassed to be around them, to be truthful. I do.
Well, that's lovely of you. I think you are overlooking the fact that they do call Asperger's the genius syndrome. So we'll just, but it's not a big thing. Quick Simple Minds thing, which is so fucking great. So I've done this show on Queen, and anytime I do a Queen show, I have because I stole it from the radio station I used to work at, I have the DVD of the Queen Live Aid performance, which of course I think is the greatest live performance in the history of rock and roll. But what's really great is, you know how like DVDs have the chapters, so the chapter for the Queen performance cuts off right after the camera cuts to Jim Kerr of Simple Minds in the wings after the Queen performance when he's got to go on next, and he's just like, you know what I mean? You see his face. He's literally like, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do. Could we just have Adam and the Ants do it? Is that possible? Alright, so, when did this show up? Because this is the signature sound that is like... Did you have that from the beginning, or did you track the song and then go, ooh,
no, that's an MXR 100 tremolo guitar pedal. Just, it makes that wobbly sound. We just put the synth through it to make it sound a bit different. That was it.
Really?
Yeah,
so it's not even like fucking, you're not doing any Thomas Dobley twiddling of the knobs?
It has 2 dials, the depth at which it wobbles,
right,
and the speed at which it wobbles, and a button that turns it off and on. A little orange thing.
Now what keep it simple, stupid, isn't that the words to live by? I mean, it's one of the things you could literally like go, and everyone would be like, oh, I know that song. Cars, Gary Numan. You win the fridge and the washer dryer. And then, you do love a good held note.
No.
Okay. All right. No, you don't.
Because I had no idea what I was going to play. I didn't have the line. I hadn't written the line. So I said, just run it and I'll think of something. So I put the note down and then I didn't think of anything. So I just held it until something came to mind. People go, oh, that's amazing, that knowledge. I had the courage to do that.
The courage! The musical courage to hold the note.
And you know the actual line. I didn't mean that. I got angry with myself because I couldn't think of anything. I went, oh. That was it.
I just now love the image of like a bemused Gary Numan standing in the studio being like, fucking hell. If I was me, what would I do next?
It's looking more and more desperate as it went on.
The panic sets in like halfway through the fucking struck at minute 5. Well done. But it is also perfect because then you put this in. Again, and then you just wank off on the keys for the fucking entirety of the rest of the song. And like, let's have a listen, shall we? So we start with this.
You're getting your money's worth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're halfway through, a little over halfway through the song, one would hope so. You know? We're starting to get clever. There's some overlapping melodies and then some other stuff happening here. So are you and, because it says Chris Payne was also doing keys, were you and Chris working together at this point on this, or is this all predominantly you?
I write. I
Okay.
write everything. So I come up with the lines and then we
He helps
decide
you
who's
to
going to play it. Yeah.
Because when this sort of like cross melody thing is really, that is very Visage, actually, now that I think about it, right? So you hear how he might go off on that, like, you got like two keys happening this point?
2 parts,
Yeah, 2 parts, and it's so good. That happens there, which is fun. Now every singer's favorite bit.
I was just turned 21 when it came out, and I was 20 when I wrote it. Oh.
Yeah, this is breakneck speed that you suddenly are Gary Numan.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot to absorb.
Well, we used to record albums really quickly then. You know, I've not released an album now since 21. Yeah, and then I did 3 albums in 12 months.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was crazy.
I've slowed down a bit.
It's alright, love. Alright, so this is there's 2 takes. The first one
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock on my doors. It's the only way to live in cars.
Cars?
Cars.
Cars?
Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen to you. It keeps me stable for days in cars.
I never noticed that before.
Cars. It's fucking adorable, young one Gary Numan.
Here in my car, where the image breaks down. Will you visit me, please? If I open my door in cars. Here in my car, I know I've started to think about leaving tonight, although nothing seems right in cars.
That's it. That's it. That's all you did was you just did it again. You were like, all right, I'm not doing much. I'll just do it again.
Here in my car,
And this one's dry.
here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock on my doors. It's the only way to live in cars.
You're adorable.
Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen to you. It keeps me stable for days in cars. Here in my car, where the image breaks down. Will you visit me, please? If I open my door in cars.
This always happens. I don't know how to get it to not do this. What
Here
fuck?
I come.
What twat designed this fucking touch bar on the fucking Mac? Oh, there it is. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, this was not designed by somebody with Asperger's. This was designed by a fucking idiot. I'll tell you what. Right. So, did you have when you sat and you worked the bass line out, did the melody and the lyrics come to you at the same time, or was that a later moment?
No, it's all within that 20 minutes. There's not many of them, are there?
Well, yeah, I mean, the melody line is pretty much, it's dictated by the,
I just got a bit.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock all my doors. It's the only way to live in cars. Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen to you. It keeps me stable for days in cars.
So here's a question. Can you, it's probably, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Can you hear your autism? Have I told you how stupid the touchpad on a fucking Apple Macintosh laptop is?
Can I hear my autism?
Yeah, like when I make music, I can actually hear the structure of the music being derived from my linear approach to things. So I don't have a lot of movement that, you know, like you could look at my Pro Tools sessions and see that I'm autistic. When you hear that, do you hear a level of your translation of your internal monologue out with that sort of linear linking of the vocal to the bass line? Does that make sense?
It makes sense perfectly, but I don't make those connections.
Okay.
No, I don't think of it that way.
All right. Well, I do. We don't have to have that discussion any longer, do we? All right, so, God, I'm so glad the porn didn't come up. I didn't really think that through. So I immediately went to a Google search. So this is a really fucking, this is, can we kill all the lights, please, sir? This is a crazy moment, because I watched this happen in live time. Because so Top of the Pops, for those of you that don't know, is like an English, it's a TV, it was Thursday nights at 7:30, I think it was, wasn't it? It was like Tomorrow's World and all that sort of like happened on Thursday night. It was like must-see TV. And it was like half an hour of music videos and live performances, and it was hosted by some twats from Radio 1, including, this is Kid Jensen, I think is this one, right? Yeah. Wait till you hear how he pronounces cars, Jesus Christ. And so this is, I'd seen you do Our Friends Electric, and then I saw this performance, and what was it like going to do Top of the Pops as like a young man in England? That must have been extraordinary.
It was amazing to be there. It's a legendary program.
Yeah.
And you know how important it is. So just to be in the studio, walking around and seeing all these famous people was really amazing. And that in a way, that's enough. You know,
Right.
You sort of made it by being there. Yeah. So it was a fantastic experience. I was amazed at how accommodating they were, because when I first got there, bear in mind I'm 180, I'm nothing. I'd noticed, having watched it for years, two things really. First of all, everyone that went on it just had colours all over the place. Oh shit! Lights flashing. You know, I thought, oh, it just looks messy, and everybody looked the same, and everybody was aware of the camera. So they're all, wherever the red light come on, they'd be looking at that one, looking at that one, and I thought that looked shit as well. And everyone all looked happy. You know, smiling like it's the best thing in the world. And I just didn't think that was the best use of the opportunity. So when I got there, I said, would you mind if we don't have any colours? This is Our Friends Electric, this won't be this
right.
one, but I might as well. So I thought they'd turn like a piss off, to be honest, you know, because they have their format. But they were really good about it. They seemed happy that someone was showing an interest in the way it looked, you know. Yeah. So they did all that, and I said, would you mind if I had lights on the floor in front of me so the light comes up, because it looks a little bit more
really dramatic, yeah,
and all that. So he said, yeah, all right. So he put some of those down there. So we looked different straight away. We only had white light. It looked very stark. Didn't smile, and I didn't worry too much about the camera. I knew where it was. So I would look at the camera at particular moments, you know, on certain lines. So my theory was that if you just used it occasionally, when you delivered that line, it would seem to reach into people more than if you looked at it all the time. It would be as if you're inviting the people at home to be a part of it, but the rest of it you were doing it for the people actually in the studio. And so that's what we did, and I think that really helped the song stand out amongst a lot of really big people around us. I think we were in between Bowie Roxy Music or something, I can't remember. But
No big deal.
you know,
Right.
but people that have been doing it for a really long
Yeah,
time
yeah.
and knew what they were doing and were very, very good at it. And you got this little upstart with this weird little song coming along. You know, you got to try to stand out in some way or another. And so, when I was at school, writing a note saying this is all part of it. Yes, and so I was really amazed to be there and really blown away to be there, but not overawed by it in that I didn't speak up and say what I wanted. Because this is your moment, this is your opportunity,
Right.
and you can shrink back from it and go, oh, it's all overwhelming, or you can grasp it and make the most of it. And I think electronic music needed something. I'd seen other people do it, and I'd often thought that the combinations that they had gone for hadn't worked. I mean, I'd seen Ultravox go on television once and do Hiroshima Mon Amour, I think. It's a brilliant song and they're a fantastic band, but he was like dressed in a Hawaiian shirt, and I thought that just looks shit. You know, it's not. All the pieces, there's lots of pieces that make these things work. There's the music, the look, the way you look, the clothes you wear, the lighting. There are lots and lots of things that all have to work together for it to really have a power to it. And I don't think anyone had got it up until then. And I was trying to put all the pieces together. And I'm not saying I did, but that's what I was trying to do. And it stood out. The next week, the single was just flying
everywhere,
and then it went to number one. It's number one for 4 weeks, and it worked. Whether it was all down to that, probably not, you know. But I think it really, really helped. So I think having an interest in the way things look, it makes you look a bit like a control freak, but it's not that. It's an attention to detail, which is important. And
oh yes, you're talking my language now. Yes, sorry. That's what I told them. I was like, we will be there at 3 o'clock today for sound check. We will not be there at 3:30 for sound check. I have lights to do. I've made the fucking thing. I had AI complete the elbow. We will absolutely not be showing up with fucking half an hour. Are we out of our fucking minds? There's slot machines to be concerned with. So my favorite thing about this performance is that Cedric is all the way down the front and you're all the way at the back. It's so good. Ready?
This week's highest new chart entry, Cars.
The worst enunciation of Cars. I almost feel like I should file charges against him for fucking, it feels abusive, you know what I mean?
He's from Canada.
He's what?
He's from Canada, it's not his fault.
I know plenty of Canadians, nobody's ever done that to me before.
Gary Numan, this week's highest new chart entry, Cars.
Idea where you are. You're not. The band's all in the front. Cedric's all the way up where the lead singer would be. It's so fucking good. There he is.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock all my doors. It's the only way to live in cars. Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen to you.
Right, hold on a second. This is so. Who is this?
That's Paul?
That's Paul. So Paul is in charge of miming the for the whole song. It's so good. That's all he does. What do you do on top of the pops? Well, it looks a lot easier than it actually is, I'll be honest with you. I was in charge of miming the part.
Here in my car, I can only receive.
I'm going to go back just a little further so you can see his performance. He means it.
Cars. Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen to you in case we sleep before dies in cars. Here in my
He's under strict instructions, just look ahead, Billy. Look at him. Can't fucking stop looking at the camera.
Right down the barrel, mate. Right down the barrel. He doesn't. He doesn't look forward once. Now, you know what? He's my favourite in all of music history. Absolutely did not give a fuck about your instruction in the least.
Fuck off back to old box, I said.
The radio edit for television. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Numan, Cars.